Hey, how y'all doing tonight? Look, tonight I'm gonna make something I hadn't made before. I hadn't made in a long time. You see me make jambalaya not too long ago. It got me thinking. I want to do some spaghetti dishes and stuff like that, but I really did like that jambalaya. I'm gonna make some pastalaya. Now, what pastalaya is basically it's a dish very similar to jambalaya, except instead of rice, you've got spaghetti or pasta, okay? So you've got your sausage, you know, your andouille or something like that, your chicken, your pork, or your, sometimes some people put shrimp in it. But really, pastalaya is something you'll see down in Cajun country. Hold on a second. A little parched there. Down there in Cajun country, where a lot of benefits to the church or something like that, where everybody's trying to make a big, good filling meal for not too much money. So shrimp, yeah, even though they're a lot cheaper down here, it's still expensive to use shrimp on something like this. So we're gonna do it with sausage, andouille. We're gonna use chicken. We're gonna also use some cut up pork butt or a pork shoulder. I just got some actual pork steaks because they were cheaper. They were just pieces of the shoulder. Pork shoulder sliced up and sliced them in little bitty pieces. Okay, so I said we're gonna put that in there. We got some chicken too, and we're gonna cook all that down with a nice tomato-based sauce. And y'all, it's gonna be so good. I'm telling y'all, I can't wait to try it. Y'all, what I've done is I've taken some andouille sausage and I cubed it up real small. I like using this method in jambalayas and of course this pastalaya here, because that way you get a little sausage in every bite. I also cut some coins. We're gonna saute this sausage down first. So once you get your sausage browned down like this a little bit, I'm gonna go ahead and scoop it out, put it over here. We'll do the next batch. Now that I've set this sausage aside over here, so just setting something to drain, I'm gonna put some bigger pieces of sausage there, some coins. Let those cook. Put my heat down a little bit. Yeah, I got these coins browned up here, sausage coins. I'm gonna set those aside with the rest of the sausage. See there, and andouille, man, y'all, this is gonna be some kind of fun. Now I'm only using a pound of sausage in this because I got so much other meat. I don't want to overwhelm it with sausage. Plus, you know, sausage ain't that great for you. Not like we're trying to make a health dish, but still. Now I got that cut up pork butt. See there? A little pork, and I don't want to. Let's see. Get rid of a different little utensil here. Grab something with the heck. There we go. That. See, I just cubed that up so small there. No, this is going to be some kind of wonderful here. Let this brown up just a little bit in here, kind of spread it out. This is really going to make a wonderful pastalaya, y'all. I'm telling you, yum. So now we're going to kind of turn this. Look at the beautiful color it's picking up, y'all, from down there with that grease from that sausage, that andouille with all that flavor in the andouille. I'm telling y'all what, this is beautiful here. Let it brown up just a little bit more on the other side. Just let everything get nice and beautiful, y'all. Right there, just somewhat. Oh yeah. Alright, y'all, so see, I browned up this pork just a little bit. Now I'm about to take it out. I'm going to take it out, put it over here in this bowl, and I'm going to lay it with seasoning, okay? That'll help to season this dish in layers. Let me show you what I'm going to use. Let me find it real quick. I'm going to use this Bezel's here. All right, this is going to be add great flavor, so you just want to heavily season each layer of the pork. Now this pork's not fully cooked, I know that, but we just want to cook it down like that just to give it nice crispy on the outside and to give it some of that flavor from that andouille. So we'll go ahead and put the Bezel on there like that, and we'll get all that out of there. See, now I got this all Bezeled up, and we'll set it over to the side See, you still got that water and stuff. Now I'm gonna let this evaporate just for a second. Let that reduce down some. I add a little bit of butter to this, y'all. And then we about to, as soon as this butter melts, I'm about to add the vegetation. Oh yeah. So now the butter's melted. Oh, look at that. Oh, that's a wonderful potion right there, y'all. I'm telling you. Now I'm gonna add some of these vegetation. This is just training. You know, busted up bell peppers, onions, and celery. That's all this is, y'all. Go ahead and add that to the pot. Let that cook down a little bit. This has got a chance to cook down some, y'all. We'll go ahead and add some busted up garlic. That's about 3 nice sized toes. Oh yeah, that'll be good to it. Let that just aromatics just start coming at us here, y'all. Oh yeah, it smells like garlic. Good, good, good. There we go. In fact, use even a little bit more garlic. I'm gonna put some garlic powder in there. Yes sir, yes sir. Definitely want some good amount of garlic. And we'll keep hitting it with this garlic powder throughout the thing. So we got that going. Got that. Now I'm gonna get some bezels here. Add a couple tablespoons of this. You don't have to worry about this bezels being too salty or too hot. It's just some good, good flavor, y'all. Stir that in here. Put the vegetables. Some good stuff there, y'all. Oh yeah, smell that aroma. Let's roll out the pantry here, see what else I'm gonna put in here. I've got some paprika. Definitely want to do that. Gotta put some of that in there for Keith. Put that paprika in there. Plus, this will help give us a nice color. The paprika. A little bit of the cracked black. We're going to be seasoned in layers here with this dish, y'all, so we ain't totally done with it. I'll try to put that back in there for. Alright, let's get a little basil in there. I think basil will do real well in here. With a dry basil. That's going to do good. Thyme wouldn't help. I mean, wouldn't hurt. Be good too. Look at that, y'all. That's beautiful. Now I'm going to come around with a can of diced tomatoes. I like the fire roasted kind. Okay? Then put them in. I'm going to go ahead and get another can of them. Or another can. Now, drain the juice off of these, by the way. So let's stir that in. Let's get this. I mean, tomatoes, onions, bell pepper, celery. All this goodness in here. We just want this just to marinate a little bit. Y'all, this has been simmering just for a few minutes. I got a can of tomato sauce here. All right, we're going to add that. That's going to, oh, yes, sir. But that tomato sauce is going to be good right there. Then, what we're going to do, we're going to turn around. Remember we had this pork, wasn't totally fully cooked. And look at all that juice that come out of that pork. We're going to add that to this and bring this to simmer. Just let it sit there and simmer for a bit. Got this Rufus Teague's, right? This barbecue sauce. Now, this is an important ingredient in Pastalaya. According to all the recipes I read, ask for some sort of barbecue sauce or steak sauce. Like my Rufus Teague. We're going to put it in there. They call for about a half a cup to a quarter of a cup.
Bubbles.
So we'll put that in there. No, baby, that's not bubbles. It's barbecue sauce. So we'll go ahead with that. Then we'll let all this, we'll stir it up. And oh yeah, there it goes. We're going to let this just simmer for a while. So we'll cook that pork, make that pork nice and tender. Alright, I tasted a piece of the the pork just to make sure it's cooked through. And then I'm going to taste the sauce just for heat and stuff. Well, that's nice. That's nice. Real nice, y'all. For me, I want a little bit more heat. I'm going to take my favorite hot sauce, this frog bone Cajun pepper sauce. Just add a few squirts of it. That'll be good. Alright, now that I've added that, I'm going to start adding that sausage, y'all. Go ahead and add the sausage, the coins, and the little chopped up pieces of the andouille. We'll stir this in, get some super good flavor. I mean, y'all, this is going to bring out that smoky goodness. Let that cook just for a minute there. Probably go 5 minutes. Let that stuff just blend. So I got this pork stirred in here like this. I'll add one more ingredient before we let it just go. Do that, I almost forgot. I want to add a can of, this is cream of chicken soup. This is going to give it that little bit of creaminess that you want to have, y'all. So you stir that in, that's going to just, bring up some wonderful, this little creamy aspect of it, y'all, what you want. One more meat I'm going to add to it, y'all, and that's some pulled chicken here, just some chicken breast. Stir that on in here, y'all. Oh man, it's going to be good. Next step here, we want to get the biggest pot in the house. Big old pot like that, right? And we're going to transfer this. Now, the reason I didn't use this pot at first is it's a non-stick junk. And I don't like to use that to saute and stuff like that in. I'm going to have to get me a bigger Dutch oven, really. We're going to pour all this in here. And man, oh man, we're going to make this pot, oh goodness. We got that all in this, in this larger pot here. Now what we want to do, get it a little bit thinner. I got some chicken stock here, y'all. Pour some of that in here. And what that's going to do, that's going to help to kind of thin it out a little bit. And this is going to be what cooks the noodles, right? So this is 32 ounces of chicken stock. Put about half of that in there. And stir it around. And then we're going to bring this to pretty much of a boil. My little helper wanted to say hey. Hello. She is helping me making the pastalaya tonight. She was wanting her bubbles from earlier. Right. There she goes. Say bye-bye. Now we've come to a boil pretty much as much as we could with the sauce like that. And by the way, while you're trying to wait for it to boil, don't let it just sit there too long. You want to stir it every couple minutes or so. I've got a pound of pasta here. We're going to start, I don't know, about 3/4 of this. Or half of it. And the recipes I've read is to break your pasta into quarters when making a pastalaya. There we go. Got that. We're here with the rest of it here. I don't use quite a pound. I've left about this much left, okay? So that's probably, pretty much a pound. I'm going to stir this in and see where we stand from there. At this point, you want to be stirring, all right? The pasta's not too bad into that. So I'll go ahead and use the rest of the pound. We'll break it up into quarters. Pretty much. We'll stir it in. Hold on just a second. Sorry about that, y'all. It's kind of getting hot right here, so I put these old gator gloves on just to Gotta protect my hands. So I'm going to keep stirring this while it's on a higher heat, just till these noodles start thickening up a little bit. In fact, I may add just a little bit more of the broth to stop. Yep, say it. Something like that. So, keep stirring. Keep going with this until the noodles start kind of bending just a little bit. So I'm continuing to stir. Just till now I'm seeing a slight bend in the noodles, so I'm gonna go ahead and turn my heat down to about medium. This is just a cheap pot, y'all. But like I said, you can't have no worse as far as a pot goes, so at least we know everybody could do it. Now I'm gonna push everything down. I'm gonna let that sit for a minute or two with the top on. Let it just roll like that, and then I'm gonna open it up and start again. Just let it sit for a minute or two. Alright, let it sit there and simmer for about a minute with the top on. Then I'm going to give another stir. The last thing you want is these noodles to burn to the bottom of the pasta. And look, I've got a whole nother thing of broth. It's actually beef broth, but that'll be fine. You can always add more broth. You can't really take it away. So what we're doing is we're just stirring. Mix and chill here for a little bit. Push that down. Let that go for just a minute. Alright, let's go another minute or two. Let's see how we're doing here. Look at this. And the last thing we want to do is burn this stuff. It's doing nicely here. This is what I'm looking at. I'm going to turn the heat down even more. Go ahead and turn it down a little. Ooh, on myself there. Should have kept the gloves on. Now, I'm going to leave the top off because I see the noodles are pretty bent. I'm also going to add some green onions at this time. Most of the water's, gone. It's not just boiling in water. I'll add some green onions. It's time for this edition. I'm going to stir these in. Beautiful, y'all. Look at this. Something else. So let's let that roll for a few minutes with top off on low heat. Alright, y'all. So I'm standing over the pot here, and about every 2 minutes I'm giving it a good stir, making sure nothing's sticking to the bottom. We're still just steaming on this low heat here. Just trying to get these noodles as soft as they need to be and just absorb as much of that sauce as possible. Y'all just taste it. The noodles still aren't quite done, so I'm going to add a little bit more water. Let those absorb that. Turn my heat up a little bit. I'm going to bring it to bubbling. Then I'm going to just cover it and turn the heat off and let it sit for a few minutes. So it's bubbling. Just started to bubble a little bit. Roll that off there. I'm going to turn the heat off. Cover this thing. Let it sit for a few minutes. Alright, well I just let it sit 5 minutes with the top on. I'm going to let it sit another about 10, 15 with the top off. Just let everything kind of cool down just a little bit. Alright, after it's been sitting here for about 15 minutes, that's the wonderful thing about pastalaya. You don't have to worry about sitting out and really getting cold. After a few minutes, just look at it. It's just piping hot, perfectly cooked, y'all. I'm going to go ahead and get a bowl of it, get this served up. A bowl served up right here. This looks gorgeous, y'all. So let's give it a taste. See what we got here, y'all. This wonderful pastalaya. I know I love jambalaya. I love some pasta dishes. And man, this sure smells wonderful. Get a little piece of that sausage. Man. That's awesome, y'all. That is fantastic. Man, you can tell so much, taste so much flavor in here. I mean, and the smell is just wonderful too. It's all that Creole seasoning with the sausage. You taste that pork. The pork did really good too. All fall apart. It's like stringy in here. It's like pulled pork almost. Oh yeah. Let's say one, y'all. I'm gonna try some pastalaya. Cross between jambalaya and pastalaya. Great way to save some money. This goes a long way. This will feed us for a while. I'm gonna bring some to work, feed everybody there. I'm so glad I tried this pastalaya. That Bezel's kicked it up just right. And that Rufus tea, man, he gave it that nice barbecue little hickory smoked sweet flavor to it. That was nice too, y'all. And thanks everybody over in the Facebook group with the Creole cooking. This is exactly what it's called, man. I'm looking at my phone right now. Man, I get so much inspiration for this group. It's if you go to it, it's Cajun and Creole Recipe Circle. Got some really good stuff over there, y'all. Thanks.